Welcome to History's Darkest Questions. Today's video is the story of the man who started WW1, Gavrilo Princip. In the annals of history, few moments can claim to have altered the course of human events as dramatically as the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria. This single act, carried out by a young man named Gavrilo Princip on a sunny morning in Sarajevo, would ignite the fires of World War I, a conflict so vast and devastating that it would forever change the geopolitical landscape of the world. But who was Gavrilo Princip, and what drove him to carry out an act that would thrust the world into unparalleled chaos? Gavrilo Princip was born in 1894 in Obliaj, a small village in Bosnia-Herzegovina, then a province of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Gavrilo grew up in a time of intense nationalistic fervor among the Slavic peoples under Austro-Hungarian rule, who dreamed of independence and self-determination. It was against this backdrop of oppression and the fierce desire for freedom that Princip's beliefs and motivations would be forged. By the time he was a teenager, Princip had joined a secret society called the Black Hand, an organization committed to the creation of a greater Serbia through any means necessary, including violence. The group viewed the Archduke as a symbol of the Austro-Hungarian oppression over the South Slavs, and his assassination was intended to be a catalyst for a rebellion. On June 28, 1914, Princip and his co-conspirators positioned themselves along the route of the Archduke's motorcade in Sarajevo. The first attempt on Ferdinand's life failed, but fate dealt its hand when the Archduke's driver took a wrong turn and ended up in front of Princip. Seizing the opportunity, Princip fired 2 shots, killing Franz Ferdinand and his wife, Sophie. The assassination shocked the world, but the true impact of Princip's actions would only unfold in the weeks that followed. Austria-Hungary, with Germany's support, declared war on Serbia, setting off a chain reaction of alliances and treaties that plunged Europe into war. The Great War, as it was initially called, would last 4 years, dragging countries from around the globe into its vortex of destruction. By its end in 1918, the war had reshaped the world order, dismantled empires, redrawn borders, and claimed the lives of over 16 million people. But what of Gavrilo Princip? The young Bosnian found himself not as a celebrated hero of Serbian nationalism, but as a prisoner of the Austro-Hungarian authorities. Trialed and convicted, Princip was too young to face the death penalty and was instead sentenced to 20 years in prison, where he died in April 1918. Just months before the war he helped ignite came to an end. Sickly and broken, the man who had changed the course of history could hardly have foreseen the full extent of the consequences of his actions. The story of Gavrilo Princip serves as a haunting reminder of the fragility of peace and the unpredictable power of individual actions to alter the course of world events. In the face of historical judgment, opinions on Princip vary greatly. Some see him as a freedom fighter and a hero, while others view him as a terrorist who unleashed untold suffering upon the world. Regardless of one's perspective, the tale of Princip and the assassination in Sarajevo remains a pivotal chapter in the story of the 20th century, a stark illustration of how deeply intertwined the destinies of individuals and nations truly are. And so we are left to ponder the legacy of Gavrilo Princip. In reflecting on his life and actions, we encounter vital questions about the nature of nationalism, the ethics of political violence, and the unintended consequences that can emerge from the pursuit of noble ideals. Princip's story compels us to contemplate the intricate web of cause and effect that governs historical events, and to recognize the profound impact that a single moment and a single individual can have on the world. In conclusion, the story of Gavrilo Princip is not just a historical footnote, but a complex narrative that encapsulates themes of freedom, responsibility, and the inexorable march of history. As we look back on the assassination that sparked World War I, we are reminded of the enduring human capacity for both courage and tragedy. Gavrilo Princip's life and actions offer a somber reflection on the tumultuous journey of the 20th century, a journey that continues to shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. In studying his story, we gain not only insight into the past, but also lessons for the future, as we strive to navigate the challenges of the 21st century with wisdom, compassion, and a deeper awareness